Many thanks for staying with us. We tell you that the Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, of the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited Group Executive Council have expressed concerns over the recent filling of top management position with externally recruited personnel. President Bola Tinubu last Tuesday sacked the entire 11-person board of the NNPCL and replaced the chief executive, Mele Kyari, with a former Shell executive, Bashir Ojulari. Ojulari previously served as managing director of Shell's Nigeria Deepwater Exploration and Production Unit. He was most recently chief operating officer of Renaissance Africa Energy, the consortium that bought Shell's Nigeria onshore division. The new board will be led by Ahmadu Musa Kida, a former Total executive. However, in a letter addressed to the NNPCL Chief Human Resources Officer, NUPENG and PENGASSAN say they cannot accept or support the recruitment of senior and management staff from outside the company. So to discuss some more on this, we're joined by the National Industrial Officer of PENGASSAN, Dr. Ifeanyi Eze. Thank you so much, comrade, for joining us on the news.
Thank you for having me.
So let's have a better understanding. What does the externally recruited personnel for NNPCL top management positions, why does it actually bother PENGASSAN and NUPENG?
We all know that in every organization or any system, you have a means of filling in top positions. Usually, when there are spaces up, the people below fill up those spaces. But what we've been having all this while in NNPC, now NNPCL, is that when the topmost person is changed, he comes in and bring other people from outside to fill up those top management positions. And this has been going on. It was actually very bad during Kachuku's regime. And at the end of the day, the people that have been in the system and that they're working, they've been learning how the system runs, actually running the organization, we remain stagnant, including our members. Because if the people above them are not moving, they won't move. That is our concern.
So by your own evaluation, do you have issues with the experience and competence of the new recruits for the job assigned to them?
We don't have issues with that. We are not the person recruiting them, so we can't even say. But what I'm saying, even from the organizations they are coming from, by the time that we are there, they fill up those organizations to where before they retire, because some of them are even retired before they retire. Now, within us, within the organization, which is NNPCL, we have competent people. We have people that are very good, efficient in the work they're doing. So why don't you give them that opportunity, that chance? Why leave them?
Comrade Eze, are you still there?
We know what administration is good at. Administration is not the main job. The people doing the job, when they are due for promotion, they should be duly promoted.
But then, Comrade Eze, there is no written or unwritten law that actually stipulates or mandates the president to choose within the fold, that is internal staff members for this position. And if the president is looking at competence, same competence you are talking about, why does it bother so much about having to look inwards rather than look at the portfolio of those that he feels can deliver the job?
Yeah, in everything we do in life, there should be equity. When you do things and there is no equity, it doesn't work again. So people can keep on filling in the spaces with their cronies, friends, and associates, using those positions to say thank you for whatever. Because if we continue like that, then the system will definitely die. That's our concern. And again, our members won't gain the promotion. So at this point in time, we are saying that we aren't going to take that again. We will stand firm and say, look, we have competent people. They've done it in the past. They should be allowed to do the job.
So you're accusing the president of nepotism and favoritism and disappointment.
This even goes beyond the president. Like I've never mentioned that the president appointing the CEO is a problem to us. But we are looking at those they've appointed. What do they do next? They even recruit to the extent of a managerial position. So the question is, why would that be the issue? They shouldn't. Nobody is accusing the president of nepotism. He definitely should fill up the position with the people he feels are competent. But what we are saying is that those that are coming should not now fill up all the managerial position with their people, and they're leaving the workers. And that's the position of the NUPENG and PENGASSAN. You must have seen our releases, both from the group, that's about 11 branches of PENGASSAN in NNPCL, including NUPENG, and the central bodies of the two organizations.
All right, so if you do not accept or support the recruitment of this senior management staff from outside the company, knowing the kind of president that you have, what is the next line of action for the associations?
Well, if I may say too that I know the president we have is a listening president. I think he should allow a voice of reasoning and consider what we are saying and think along. But if that is not done, we are a pressure group and we have our strengths. We know what to do. We know our role, for instance, as PENGASSAN and NUPENG, as regards to the oil industries in Nigeria. If it gets to an extent that we can't condone it, we do the needful. And we know when a union or an association says you're going to do the needful, we know what the needful is all about.
Credited to PENGASSAN, Comrade Eze, I want to quote, now, if this warning is ignored, we cannot guarantee the continuation of industrial harmony within NNPC Limited. That's a statement credited to PENGASSAN. So does it mean that we are looking at probably industrial action or maybe efforts to actually frustrate the leadership within the company?
Of course, we are not going to frustrate the leadership of the industry, but if we say we want to withdraw our services due to the injustice that is presented, that is meted out to us, well, fine. It's within our rights to withdraw our services, for instance. But of course, we're not going to cause any other problem, but just to say, okay, fine. If you say we are not competent and we are not competent to be promoted, well, then let's sit at home or fold our hands and see how the system will work.
Finally, Comrade Eze, finally, before I let you go, now earlier on you said this recruitment of senior management staff outside of the NNPCL fold has been a recurring trend. That means it's been habitual. Now, when you look at NNPCL for over the years, would you say that its vision has been derailed or its purpose has been skewed, looking at the kind of people that actually manned the company over the years?
Well, we are all in this country. We've seen and we know what's been happening in the country. We've known how NNPC, till now NNPCL has been run, and we still believe that if you allow it, if you allow the people that have been that have gone through the tutelage of that organization, that have learned the ropes to occupy those positions, I think we should have and we will have a better result.
All right, thank you so much, Comrade Ifeanyi Eze, for sharing your thoughts with us.